Welcome to the Iron County School District Mentor Training. I promise to keep this pretty brief, just give you the information that you need. The mentor training is required yearly by Board Rule R227-522. And so we do need to have you complete this, but I'll try to make it brief and as useful as possible. When you finish this training, please make sure that you complete the discussion and answer the questions following so that I know you've gone through the training. So just to get started, welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being a mentor to our new teachers. You are valuable to them and their success, and I can't show you enough appreciation for what you do for them. It is important that we retain our teachers and do everything we can to support them, and you're integral in that process. I'm going to move on. Just quickly, in case you didn't know or you're new to mentoring, you are required to do 3 observations per year, and those are found and turned in Canvas. You can find them in the modules or you can find them linked to the very first page. Those observations need to be done before the end of November, and it is so valuable if you'll get in there as soon as possible here at the first of the year to observe and be just aware of any issues that the teacher might have or frustrations or inadequacies that they're feeling and really support them right from the start. The second one's due at the end of February and the third one at the end of April. Please don't wait till the end to turn all of them in. This needs to be useful and not just a hoop jump. These teachers really get a lot from your conversations, from your observations, and your expertise. And so if we can spread them out and do them when they're needed most, we can give the best support possible. Please also remember that you are only support. You're not an evaluator in any way, so please make it worth their time. And please gear it to their needs. If the evaluation form doesn't exactly fit their needs, fill it out like it does, or go to the bottom of the evaluation form and just add your notes. I really want you to be able to observe and do the best that you can in fitting their needs. So here's how the mentor observation should work. We ask that you have a pre-conference, and during that pre-conference, please discuss their personal growth goal. What do they want to work on? Ask them what they would like you to look for. What data would they like you to collect? Maybe it's a certain student they're having a hard time with. Go in with a focus of helping them with that student. Maybe it's engagement or getting them to talk. Maybe it's classroom management as a whole. Go ahead and ask them what they're struggling with or what they would like you to help them with. It doesn't have to be something specific, and please don't make it just general. Like, I'm here to just watch you to do this assignment. It should be a real support to them as a new teacher and help from you on the areas that they need help with. So talk about that and then plan on that when you go in and observe. During your observation, watch and document for the things they ask you to watch for. Don't worry about the form if it doesn't get all filled in. If you need to take notes on the back, it doesn't matter. I really would like you to help them with what they want help with. So look for those things, collect data or evidence on those things that they really need. And then afterward, take some time to look at your data and come up with a plan. How can you best support them? What strategies can you give them? What ideas can you give them? So analyze that and be prepared for your final meeting. During that post-conference, take the time to discuss the evidence that you've collected together, maybe what you noticed, and then offer any suggestions, and then ask them questions, and please help them to set a goal moving forward so that they can continue to grow, because really this is about growth and expertise in their teaching and support from you. Effective mentor coaching doesn't just consist of evaluations, although we're asking you to do those observations. We're asking you to do those observations to support the teacher and their learning and their growth in their classroom. But mentoring is quite a bit more than that. It's really the biggest thing is being there for the teacher, building a relationship so they have someone to turn to support, to have the questions with. They may have a team and maybe you're on the team, but you're someone that hopefully you're someone that they can trust and cry on if they need to have shed a tear or two, vent, and just share their excitement and their celebrations with. Build that trust with them. Please do everything you can to help them to trust you and to turn to you. And then be a good listener with intent. If you're going to ask them a question, be prepared to listen to the answer. If you're going to interact with them, interact with intention and provide all the supports that they need. Do things, we're beggars and stealers in the education world, and so be willing to share. And I'm sure that you'll get some ideas from them in the end and supports, and hopefully in the end you'll get a relationship and you'll learn from their excitement and passion as well. And then be a multiplier. Use your expertise to enhance their skills. They should be better because of your support. Um, Also, be aware of some of the effective adult learning models. I've got this attached in Canvas if you want to pull it up and spend more time with it. But this is actually an order of the best way to work with adult learners, and the things that you need to do to build those relationships and to help growth happen. So I won't spend a lot of time on this, but please look at this again on Canvas and maybe even print it off and attach it somewhere where you can help support your mentor that way. Utah has some competencies of a mentor, and this form is also on Canvas, so you're welcome to print it out. I have some other copies. If you would like a copy, I can send it through district mail. But mentor teachers should have good pedagogy and good content knowledge and be able to support their teachers with that. They should be able to build quality relationships, communicate well, understand the adult learning models, and be a mentor of growth and learning. And so take a few minutes and look through that if you haven't already, and be aware of what it means to be a quality mentor. In addition, it's important to be aware of the stages that new teachers go through. This is also uploaded in Canvas, so you can print it off if you need to. This is a great support, so you can maybe look at the emotions that they need, the instructional support that they need, and the logistical support that they need in each one of these stages. At the beginning of the year, they have anticipation, they have excitement, they're ready to move forward, they're not sure what things are going to work well and what things are not going to work well. There's a ton of just positive emotions. And then it seems like around November, they dive, maybe even October, they dive into just basic survival mode. They're not really sure what to do next or how to do it. They're just getting by day. And so this is a huge time for support for them. Check in, give them advice, take a little load off by giving them some ideas, and really help them get through those next few months. After Christmas and during that Christmas time, sometimes they go through the disillusionment stage where maybe they weren't sure why they did this and it wasn't all that it was cracked up to be, and so they can get down a little bit and need some emotional support. And so this is another good time to just give them that positive feedback and to model good teaching for them, and maybe give them the why behind teaching again, help them see their effect on kids and why they chose to be in this field. After that, they usually come back from Christmas, the winter break, with some rejuvenation. They're ready to go again. And they have questions, and they've kind of got a new look on life, and they're ready to move forward. And then at the end, they always have that reflection period where they're like, how did this year go? What could I do different? And that's a great time to really reflect and report on what they could do differently at the beginning of the year and what they might change next year as they're thinking about that through the summer. So take a few minutes and maybe download and look at that in greater detail. That'll be a great support for you as a mentor as well. I wanted to, I give a survey every year, and to see how things go. And I wanted to give you quickly the results of that survey. Most of our mentors or mentees felt supported by their mentors, or at least agree that they were supported. We had a few that did not, and we had some great comments that I wanted to share with you. A lot of them said that they were supportive. Some said that they would like some more support with like traditions and norms, questions about procedures and how to set that up at the beginning of the year, and more collaboration with you if they could in any way. And then in addition, we had they wish their mentor would have had some one-on-one discussions with them about their teaching and their observations, and not just a random observation. And so please really focus those observations on things that the students need, and that they're based on the needs of the teacher as well. Let me come back out of that so I can make sure that you can see that screen and just review for just a few minutes. Good mentors build a relationship of trust. They support and answer questions as the new teachers are getting their feet off the ground, and they do weekly check-ins. Now, one of the things I'm going to do this year is email you and the principals a monthly check-in suggestion list so that you have some ideas of what you might check in and ask your mentor or mentee throughout the year. So be looking for that. Understand the stages that they need and the emotions that they go through, and then be a coach. Really support that learning. And if you'll follow the pre-conference observation, analyze, and post-conference model, you'll really be able to help that teacher grow and be effective in the classroom and do what you can to support their learning needs. I just want to make you aware that you do have a $320 stipend for being a mentor. That's per mentee. And I need to just make sure I have all of your observations in Canvas. That's the pretty big basic requirement, and then I'll make sure at the end of the year to get you that stipend. If you have any questions, please, I'm your resource. Contact me, especially if there's specific needs with your mentee that we need to work through or help you with. Make sure you download the new teacher phases and the monthly check-ins and the mentor list and the adult learning. There's a ton of resources there for you. And then one more thing that I have, there's a discussion on Canvas for the mentoring network. So this is a place where you as mentors can talk with each other, share ideas, what works, what doesn't work, ask questions. And so on the enter modules, you might want to click on the mentoring network and just use that among you as mentors to get that extra support. And finally, I just want to thank you for all of your efforts and just play this quick video to help you understand why mentoring is so important and why you are so valuable. And when this is over, I'll end the video. Please make sure that you do complete the discussion and answer the questions so that I know you've done this training. Reach out to me if you need support, and thank you again for all that you do for our teachers.
I feel like my job is trying to not only teach curriculum-based things, but also to be a life coach for them and to unlock their potential.
Jared Reed is a first-year teacher.
I want to make sure these kids learn. I want to be the best I can be at all times.
Chris Pettit is in his second year.
I was kind of overwhelmed first coming in. No, sit down, please.
Often, new teachers are alone and get limited professional guidance.
The average person does not know what it's like to be in this fire.
You kind of feel like you're out in the middle of an ocean by yourself, drowning. Ladies and gentlemen, stay focused. But I took it personally, like maybe it's me, maybe I'm just not cut out to be a teacher.
Too many new teachers quit. Almost 50% leave the classroom within the first 5 years.
When you have new teachers come in, you put a lot of training into them, so you want them to stay around.
High turnover costs the nation $7.4 billion a year.
Turnover of teachers is really a crisis situation.
Kids have a relationship with the teacher, and when they lose the person they were connected with, it hurts them. I'm not just losing the teacher, I'm losing those kids.
We don't want to have teachers out on an island and they don't have any direction. We want to keep our teachers.
Mentors like Trinika are the solution. In Hillsborough County, every first and second year teacher gets paired with a mentor.
How's it going?
Oh, great.
This is my 13th year in education. I have 14 first and second year teachers.
I went to college on a baseball scholarship. When we had batting practice, our coach was a stickler. He was trying to train me out of my bad habits. Mr. Thornton is my coach here. Mr. Thornton is my mentor.
Only the best teachers are chosen to become mentors.
Once they're selected, they go into a training program that really helps them to become good mentors.
I'm sitting in my class trying to teach, and it'll be just like an outburst.
But you're going to get a negative number. Does she normally wear sunglasses in class?
If it's not disruptive, then I'll kind of let it ride.
Okay. She is running the show.
You're going to get negative 25. Oh, you're going to get 125.
So what she told me to do is to get them more involved in my lesson. Oh my goodness, good job. Okay, now.
I come in and do classroom observations, questions that the students are asking, that the teacher is asking, the behaviors, how they're interacting with each other.
She's like really good. Like she sits in the corner with the laptop and she gets every word. I don't know how.
I just gather evidence. We look at the evidence and we talk about what could have improved the lesson or what went well in that lesson.
You're like CSI for teaching.
Yes, I am.
Crime scene investigator.
That's true. I like that.
The mentors provide the passion.
I like teaching. It's 24 hours.
And their cell phone numbers.
Yeah, I tell them, call me anytime. Email, yes. We text a lot.
You know, how about this? What do you think? Bouncing things off Trinika left and right. She's been my backbone.
I can't imagine doing this on my own without the kind of support.
I tell people that I don't feel like a second-year teacher anymore.
Since the mentor program started, New teacher retention has gone from 72 to 94%.
The kids want to be here, and teachers want to